Okay, going live. You're alive? Okay then. Hello, can anyone hear me? I know this is a bit of a surprise, but I decided that as a bit of an Easter gift for all of my fans and friends and whatnot, I just finished putting together the audio for my IDW dub here, and I was just in the process of doing the video editing for it, and I figured why not make it a stream so you people can, look at the process, see how I make these videos. First and foremost, is my mic coming in okay? This is the first time I actually used my microphone into OBS, so if anyone can hear me, feel free to say so in the comments. Guess while I do that, I'll go ahead and... Oh, there's the share button. Copy. Okay. Put that there. Sorry, I'm just plugging. You know how it is. Okay, one person. Happy Easter to you too, Ian. Am I coming in fine? Can you hear me? Let's see. Hang on real quick. Just checking. Okay, good. You can hear me. That's good. So, yeah. Now I can finally go ahead and start with the editing here. You people can see just how the whole process goes. Before I do, let me just go ahead and tinker with the audio real quick, just to make sure it's not too loud for people. Let's see. Let me see how that sounds.
And tons of mountain flowers, and they have the best honey tarts ever!
Okay, was that too loud for anyone, or can you hear it, or... Also, if it sounds like I'm just kind of like pausing and delaying, that's because I'm just waiting on reactions. Like I'm waiting for a reaction to the question the question I just asked. Yeah, and happy Easter to you guys too. What video editing software? This is VideoPad. This is it's a video editing software that I got suggested by a friend of mine like years ago, and I've been kind of playing around with it ever since. And I think it's very handy. This is technically a oh yeah, it is pretty cool. And hey there, Bella. So yeah, technically this is a version that was air quotes gifted to me. So that's what am I trying to say? Yeah, it was basically a gift I got from someone. Okay. It's a little louder, but the right kind of loud. Okay. Actually, hang on. Is it possible to do the pop-up chat? There we go. Now, okay, time to resume.
They have the best honey tarts ever!
That's cool. But what about, the big guy?
That's right!
Okay.
What about, the big guy?
That's right! You haven't met him yet!
Oh, hang on. Did that sync up right?
The big guy.
That's right! You
Okay,
haven't
that
met
did.
him yet! Hold on, we'll get him!
Okay. Let's see how people are doing here in the chat. Okay, nothing yet. I guess people are just chilling for now. How's everyone enjoying their Easter, by the way? Been up to anything in particular?
Come on! Come on!
Okay. There we go. I think maybe a zoom in and out. Okay, that'll do. Let's see how that looks.
Come on, come on!
That looks good. What is this? Actually, wait, what's that? So I'm just checking on my playback here. Okay, it didn't look like that got caught. I was checking another window there for a second there. I thought the stream would have accidentally caught it. Let's see. Yes, it is very cool, Bella. Like, I remember, like, I saw this one group that I follow, Adrenaline Dubs. They did a stream kind of like this, and it was really interesting to see how they were able to do this themselves. Let's see. Oh, bowl of candy. That's nice. Some chocolate. Let's see. Just staying at home. It's also my mom's birthday today, but she's working, so we might not do anything. Okay. Well, I hope she has a good day at work, Bella, and tell her I said happy birthday. Amelia44. I'm doing fine. Just finished watching my church's stream earlier, which that was really nice. And now I'm just taking... After that, I ate lunch, and now I'm just doing the stream. Kind of, like that. Let's see. Next panel. Okay, there it goes.
Come on, come on!
All right, no need to get all excited.
Also, as a heads up, because, this is basically the woe of a video editor, if it starts to get a little annoying, like, me repeating lines over and over, because that's the thing, like, sometimes I want to make sure, like, a transition or a frame is just right, so you'll tend to hear a lot of, stuff like... stuff like that over and over, so I hope that doesn't get too repetitive for you people. And happy birthday to you, too.
All right.
Actually, I want to do a nice zoom on that as well. There we go. Okay. Doo-doop. Diddly-doop. Diddly-dee. See, that sounds... actually, wait.
Come on!
Maybe I can have that come in just a little bit earlier. Okay, let's see how that sounds.
Come on!
All right.
Let's see. Oh, hi, Jordan. How are you? And I appreciate that, Zach. I'm glad you think that of me. Oh, that's. Oh wait, that's someone else. Like I thought that was something someone else already said. Okay, gotta stop getting distracted.
Mine!
Did that come out too? And I think it'll be fine. Cool. Doop-a-doop.
How do you do? They call me Mr. Tinker. How do you do? How do you do? They call me Mr. Tinker.
There you go. Alright, this is going to be a bit interesting. I'm going to have a guest join me. I'm going to try to see how well this works, so, well, let's see. Hello?
Hello.
Hi there. Okay, so, just to check, can any of you hear this lovely lady that just joined?
Hello, everybody.
I'm just gonna give it a second to see if anyone hears you on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna overhear it too.
Okay. Let's see. Do. I'm fine. Relaxing. Who's your guest? Okay, I guess they can't hear you. This is Jordan. You probably saw her.
Me.
You deserve it.
No, I don't. Well, okay, I shouldn't say I don't, but Jordan.exe stopped working.
Accept the fact that you're precious.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, good. But yeah, okay, good. It seems like everyone can hear you. So, yeah, I'm glad she's here with me. I'm glad you guys are enjoying her presence. And wait, what's this about cinnamon rolls? Man, for what?
I think they were telling me what how their day's been so far or something like that. But yeah, in case you missed it in the chat, Steve, and I don't mean to alarm you, but I actually did burn my fingers making bacon before.
Oh, you poor thing.
And I have an ice pack with me right now.
Oh, well, yes. And this is why women shouldn't be allowed in the kitchen. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, I'm good. I've made bacon before. My mom took over for me, and she allowed me to come up here to recharge until we have our little Easter egg hunt.
That's good. How have your folks been, by the way? Like, Mom was telling me that she was watching a bit of your dad's sermon before we started our church stream.
Oh, they've been doing good. Mom's managing well, so's my brother. And we have Audrey with us this weekend, so that's why we're doing the Easter egg hunt.
Aw, how's the little babu been?
Precious and sassy as always.
and we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Anyway, so
They call me Mr. Tinker.
I see you're working on your IDW comic.
Really
Dub.
Yep. Figured I'd surprise my viewers with this.
This is a nice
really think
surprise,
of
honestly.
Violet's
Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
And of course, thanks for having me for a little bit. I'm not gonna stay for too long,
Doc.
but I wanted to at least hop in to say hi and
I
such.
don't
That's
think
fair.
I earned a doctorate.
Still, your presence is always appreciated and welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Also, don't be alarmed, for people watching, don't be alarmed if you tend to hear a lot of... Don't know how audible that is, but a lot of, like, that I'm kind of quickly, like, doing a shuffle between Control and S, because, save often, so you have something and get in the event of a crash.
Oh yes, that is very important.
Let's see.
Oh, Milton, it's an indoor Easter egg hunt. It's nothing like outside. Usually how it works for us is we put some candy in like little eggs, and then, well,
How do you do?
on previous
They
years
call me Mr.
we've
Tinker.
also requested like little presents, but since the pandemic happened and we're having to stay indoors, we mostly just asked for like our top 3 Easter candies.
Yeah. Honestly, in our case, even if it wasn't, even if we didn't have the whole quarantine thing, we probably wouldn't do much on our end anyway because we're kind of having a bit of nasty rain here today.
The high winds finally stopped and it's in the 60s. I love it so much.
Except how to fix a building.
But I don't know when I'm going out for a walk. Or if I should change my clothes because I decided to wear a Sunday dress, but I'm not going out anywhere.
Aw. Nothing to do on a Sunday night? Man, you're pathetic.
You're one to talk.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are. Anyway, back to your stream.
Okay, sorry, I was just responding to someone real quick. Let's see. Let's see how well this transitions.
Did you really think I'd buy
So
this
is this
act,
like
Doc?
a new version of VideoPad or something?
It's newer than the one I used to work with, yes.
Oh.
There are newer versions, however, I'm kind of avoiding updating those because the thing is that, like, I found out the hard way. When you update to a new version, you apparently need a whole new, like, registration code to go with it, and I only have the one for this version, so...
Which is fair. I need to invest in a new,
Buy this act, Doc?
or at least in a bit of a new,
I don't think I've earned But
video
then again-
editing program soon, because as
Yeah.
much as I like iMovie, it's kind of
But then
limited,
again,
and I
I'm-
would use Premiere Pro, but it lags my computer something fierce.
That is fair. Like, I think I have been getting, like, a bit of lag on my end as well, but I think a lot of that has to do with just the nature of me doing this while I'm streaming. This is kind of an experimental thing I'm doing. Is it streaming? Is it, like, doing good on anyone else's end? Like, not too much, like, lag or, like, weirdness going on?
I mean, for me, it's fine, but there is a little bit of a delay, because obviously there's supposed to be delays in streams.
Yeah, that I'm not paying too much mind to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Ian, what's been going on with me has mostly been work, because I am what my job is considered
death
essential business. I work at a grocery store, so that's
Yeah.
been helping me out a bit. But
Are you just throwing
aside from
random
work,
things together?
I
don't understand.
I've also been busy working on stuff for Tumblr. I'm working on a comic, and pretty much just catching up on voice stuff, because I think for the past few weeks, I either haven't been at my best of shape or haven't had enough energy to record, or the week before that, I did have a cold, but I'm better now, so
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, as long as you're better.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually looking forward to the stuff I've got planned for this week.
That's good. Anything in particular, or would you rather have that be, like, hush from the chat?
Well, aside from continuing on working on my comic, I'm also going to take on the give me 6 characters to voice act and draw fan art of.
Okay,
I already closed my submissions for that, but I'm more than excited for it.
that's good. Okay, thanks for letting me know it's not lagging, Ian.
Oh yeah, and there's our chaotic stuff for Dub Matters. I'm almost done finishing the audio for that.
Alright. Well, once you send that to me, I'll take a break from this to do the panel cropping and video editing for that, which I don't see that being a big distraction from this, because whereas that one's probably only like maybe, 2 or 3 minutes, versus this, let's see, 14,
Yeah, this
possibly 17-minute long honker.
Dear God.
Yeah, I say 17 because I also have to take into account the credits.
Actually, this one isn't long at all. It's only like a little more than a minute.
So yeah, I don't see it taking that big of a dent on my time to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sweat it, Mr.
See,
Don't sweat it, Mr. Don't sweat it, Mr.
Don't sweat what?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was replaying this back and forth to see if it transitions well, and every time I rewind, I just hear Tyler going, "Don't sweat it! Don't sweat it! Don't sweat it!"
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mistaken identity. Are you sure? If I can help, I'd love to. But nah, you just get back to what you were working on.
All right. While Steve's streaming his thing, I'm gonna make sure the music I have for the very end of the Chaotic Stub it works. Otherwise, I'll probably come back to it later.
Yeah. Let me see.
Hopefully you don't hear as much noise on my end.
What's so funny?
The way Logan cries as Vector.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Have you noticed that Vector has gone completely insane?
This is what I...
Oh, apologies if you hear random dogs as well.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Well, I just meant like the streamers were actually. Well, I don't know how different it is between the Discord call and the stream itself.
Excuse me, I was just drinking some water.
No, you're fine. So, chat, type in Bork if you heard any of that Borkin back there earlier.
Bork. Hey, I'm Borkus. Sorry.
You're fine.
Actually, there is a character named Borkus. I'm not.
This is
Oh yeah, you know about that.
Yeah.
This is what I... Let's see. This is what
Oh,
I
that
meant.
randomly came into my head. I'm not sure, but you know what? I don't
This
care.
is what I meant when...
Anyway.
This is what I meant.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we got a few Borks, so I guess Discord just drowned it out on your end.
Probably. I mean, do you have the noise cancellation thing on?
I forget that's a thing you could turn on and off. I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird, because normally I do hear your dogs barking, but this time I didn't. Must be an improvement.
I'm guessing so.
Anyway, where was I?
Let's see. What are my thoughts on the ongoing Zombark arc? I like it personally. Like, I get the complaints people have with it, and I agree. It probably is going on a bit longer than it'd be. What am I trying to say? I would have liked it if it was a bit shorter, but at the same time, I'm still content with the way it is. And honestly, I kind of view it as, because I've been seeing it as kind of like a hot topic for a lot of Sonic fans lately. I personally kind of see it as like how to do Dark Sonic right. But that's just me, anyway. And that's interesting, Ian. Do you collect any particular type of VHS tapes? Let's see.
Said we sort of
Anyway,
found
where
out.
was I?
And you're sure it's not an
Uh-oh.
act? You pulled similar stunts in the past.
We've thoroughly interrogated him and observed him for a couple of days.
Maybe I should change the Death Trap music.
What one do you have right now?
I want to do like a transition from Death Trap to Killer Birds. Either that or what's it called? House of Horror.
Gotcha.
For those who don't have context of what I'm talking about, it's SpongeBob music, because the comic that I talked about with the Chaotix, it's actually it's a reference to that one SpongeBob episode, Clam Fishing.
Yeah. What's funny is that, like, the artist that made the comic we're dubbing, she technically made one previously based on that same episode, and we did dub it a while ago. She made a sequel to it based on another scene that we just finished recording for.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And apparently it took her like 2 to 3 years to finish the sequel one. I think she's just been preoccupied or hasn't had any motivation until our dub came along.
Okay, let me see. In order, Ian, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice collection of tapes you got there. OBD, I would say... Wait. Yeah, she means
you're
clams.
Right, clams. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
But anyway, continue.
Anyway, so going to OBD, I I would have to agree with the masses. I'm not the biggest fan of how Tails was in Forces, mainly just in the matter of. And I know this is an example people love to bring up a lot when arguing about it, but it's a case that I still think is perfectly valid. Like that first scene, like it's the scene where Classic Sonic appears out of nowhere, where Chaos Zero appears while Tails is repairing Omega, and he's cowering in fear. You know, in spite of the fact that in Sonic Adventure 1 he was able to take on his, like, fourth form perfectly fine. Now he's having trouble with his base Zero form.
Listen, I really think Sega just it was the usual bad case of rushing things to try to deliver everything to the fans and not thinking too much on the execution.
Yeah. Let me see. Finally, Emelina, let's see. When you say Dark Sonic game, only I think of Shadows solo game. No, I don't think that's a good example at all, personally, because honestly, honestly, I probably shouldn't, like, go too deep into it, because I feel like I would take up too much of the stream time if I talk about my problems with that game. Let's see. There's a girl on Twitter named Kira Vera A creating comics based on Smash Ultimate. Yeah, I know of her. I've seen a. I will say, I do think she's improving quite a bit because I remember like some of her older comics. I'm gonna be frank, I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of her older comics because it felt like a lot of the facial expressions kind of bled in together. But she's definitely been getting better. I think she's definitely gotten like a firmer grasp on anatomy as well. Well, I would say you're right in that they were both in the scene together, but if you look at the individual boss fights, each character does technically fight Chaos 4 by himself, which includes Tails fighting him by himself. Even if that wasn't the case, there's still been plenty of instances throughout the series where Tails has proven to be a lot more brave and competent than he was in Forces. In fact, honestly, I know people love to hate on this game, but I'm gonna do a hot take here. I think Lost World kind of has a better grasp on Tails' personality than Forces did.
You know what? I have to agree.
Because at least Tails did things in Forces.
Yeah.
Not Forces, Lost World.
You mean Lost World?
Yeah,
Oopsies.
Did they know what I mean?
Ew, oopsies.
What are you, the oopsie police?
No, I just like I like pointing out mistakes and just.
I'm out of it, okay?
You're fine.
It's legit.
You okay?
Why am I sleepy?
Oh, you're sleepy. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Did you get enough sleep last night?
yeah, like I was asleep till like I want to say 8:49.
Then I don't
Maybe
really
it's
know
just
what
one
to
of
tell
those-
you.
Maybe it's just one of those off days, but
Couple of days.
I'll try to restrain myself for your sake because I don't want to mess up your stream.
No, you're perfectly fine.
I'm just saying if I get out of line, then I will I'll
It's-
take a break.
That's fine. Honestly, I feel like I don't know how many people I'm gonna disappoint with this, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to like edit the entire video in this stream anyways, so I don't mind if I have to like stop early or whatnot. Just a second.
Okay.
I will be right
I'll be back. Anyway. Well, honestly, when it comes to Xena, she's disgusting. I hate her personality. I hate that, she's very stereotypical biatch, to put it simply. She's just not a great female villain. I mean, I don't think the Deadly Six are meant to be great villains, but, maybe Wendy Koopa might be better, but I don't know because I'm not really that into Sonic. Not Sonic, Mario. And as for Clifford's Puppy Days, I'm trying to remember if I remember that one. Is that the one where Clifford's actually small? Ashley Song Lover? I almost didn't recognize you. I'm so sorry. Depends on the joke, but sure. Oh, okay, cool. The Koopalangs. I'm just giving my answers. I may want to hold off on some questions until Steve comes back, because, like, I don't want to, just take over for him. Hmm. Oh! Okay, Ian, that was a good one. Why did the girl spread peanut butter over the street to make a traffic jam? Okay, I'll admit that was funny. I've never heard that one before. Have I seen Are you talking about Sonic X, Molly? If you're talking about that, then yes, I have seen that. That was one of the first things that got me introduced to Sonic, actually, aside from Sonic Heroes. It's okay. I was just keeping the chat entertained, and they were asking me some questions and such.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, just as a bit of a heads up, be it for the stream or any other stream that I do, there's a very good chance I'm probably gonna have to, like, get up and off, like, every now and then, because, I still have to help out my folks with a bunch of stuff. So, expect that to happen kind of with relative frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Just let me see what all I missed here.
Yeah, go ahead and scroll up, because, I pretty much took the floor while you were,
Yeah, I had noticed. Let's see.
But I did say save the questions for Steve. That way he can read them.
Let's see.
Anyway, where was I? Ah,
well,
right.
That was... Oh, hang on. Come on. Let's see. Is the bell
Hello, Osiris Justice.
Oh, Osiris!
Osiris, can I have a word with you? I can't do a bird noise to save my life.
No, you're fine. Real quick, OPD, did you mean to post the same thing twice? Because I see that in the stream here.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
Okay, anyway, back to this.
Yes, let us
He can
resume.
be extremely dangerous.
Ooh, my fingers are growing numb.
It's
the stupid ice pack, which is a monk.
Well, it probably would have. I was just about to say that's what. Maybe next time you'll be a little bit more careful when you make bacon.
Well, I didn't know I was going to burn myself on the spot twice.
Poor thing.
It's okay.
He can be extremely dangerous.
I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
Yes, I know for a fact you're a big girl.
Yes, I know, Anyway.
Let's see.
Back to my music.
Yeah, but he can be extremely dangerous.
Are you hanging out, Lucy? Is that what you want? Just sitting by the door? There you go.
No, I don't want it in recent. I want to go.
Then she'll want back in, then want back out. Never ending cycle with that. I swear she's part cat.
Welcome to my world, Lucy.
There we go.
Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him.
Let me see.
Oh no, I'm being called down.
Oh.
BRB.
Okay. Let's see. Sure. Well, what was the joke you told her? Let's see. What was the first reaction when you saw the first Sonic movie design? Honestly, not that far removed from how everyone else saw it. And I'll just leave it at that. I have heard of Lupin. I've been interested in checking it out for a while now. I think it's going to be more so a thing I'm going to check out with friends than by myself, because it seems like one of those movie night things. Oh, also, if there are any questions that you guys did want to ask me in particular, feel free to go ahead and re-enter them, because odds are I probably lost track of them.
But he can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting. Extremely dangerous. Never mind the close call. But
Ah, that's cute. Let's see. Underrated Sonic villain. I don't know if there are any I would really call underrated. At least none in my opinion. What my opinion on Clifford's Puppy Days? I've never seen it, so I can't say I have a particularly strong opinion in either direction. Let's see. Have I played any of the Nicktoons Unite games? I played the first 3. I have not touched the 4th one, nor do I particularly have a desire to, but the first 3 are perfectly fine for what they are. Hang on a second. Okay, false alarm there. Oh no, wait, I already answered that question. Back to the video.
but he can be extremely dangerous. He can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole planets at a time. He can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole planets at a time.
thinking maybe I could make that just a bit shorter. One of these shorter anyway. Make that just a smidgen shorter. Make that just a smidgen longer to compensate. Let's see how much better that goes.
Yeah, but he can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole planets at a time.
That seems a bit better to me. Here. My brother and I have been to that series for quite some time lately. Which one are you talking about, Ashley? Just to make sure I'm thinking of the right one. Not shot. 4 games. So. It does, by the way, it's waste. Yeah, that's basically the same opinion I had about the 4th one. And no, they don't usually interfere with my equipment because I tend to record in a separate room. Like, I've had a couple instances where Lucy was in the room when I recorded, but she never really actively interferes. The only thing she really does is just, like, napping in one corner of the room. And I have, like, a set of old covers to make a makeshift bed for her, which she likes being in.
Yeah, but he can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole planets at a time.
Actually, I think this one could stand just to be a smidgen shorter.
But he can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole...
Did you know I play as Ice Climbers? Good for you. I'm glad to see. I was glad to see them return in Ultimate, by the way, because I know there were a lot of people that were a bit iffy about them being knocked down 4, which I get why they did that because of 3DS limitations, and they wanted to make it cross-compatible with the Wii U version as well. So I feel for people that are a little gypped about them not being there, but seeing them back in Ultimate, I knew it made a lot of people happy, and I was pretty happy for those people.
He can be extremely dangerous. Never mind the close calls I've had while fighting him. He can threaten whole planets at a time. But seeing him like this...
Oh, that was my bad. I accidentally hit the wrong part of the timeline. Part of my inability to whistle. Where's all these then?
I'm back.
Hello.
Hi.
How are things?
I ran all the way back upstairs.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I know, but I wanted to get back to my sanctuary.
I know, but still, your family does come first, That's basically what I was telling the guys.
I know, but I'm out of it today. I want my isolation.
But seeing...
I guess.
I'll join them once it's time for Easter eggs. Promise.
All right. I believe you. Let's see.
What all did I miss anyway?
Not a whole lot. Like in terms of the video editing, I just I got past a part that I didn't think would be a little bit too tricky at first, but turns out I accidentally overcounted panels, so I had to find a way to make it transition smoothly. It's the bit where Sonic's reminiscing about all the stuff Eggman did in the past. Thankfully, I was able to get that coming out as good as I did. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, good to know that I'm not the only person that can't whistle. I'm still a little sour about that voice changer incident. Okay, I'll take your word for that. I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to mean.
Not sure myself.
But seeing him like this,
That's why we called you. We have no clue what to do. Sure, he's done some nasty stuff in the past, but can you really punish a guy who doesn't remember doing any of it?
There we go.
Alright, I gotta think of a good mesh/cutoff. Because I'm at the part where he's like, there's only one use for backstabbing teammates like you.
Live bait!
Dave, that's Eggman?
I wish Logan could have said that.
Well, it wasn't in the comics, so that's why he didn't.
Still, it would have made a nice cutoff.
Now I'm trying to think of, like, I want to make the line, but I don't know what the equivalent of the clan would be in the context of that comic.
I mean, it still works because it's a ghost that caught their money.
Okay, it was a ghost, okay. Because I was about to say, if that crazy ghost didn't show up before, what makes you think it'll show up now? Oh, he'll come!
And then cue the music. I just wanted to say, you're completely out of your mind!
Let's see.
Oh, man.
And that one video I did with James about NitroCard, What's wrong?
I was reading what you were saying.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, wrong video. Well, not video, window. The one video with the NitroCard, you mentioned Steve Blum. Yes, I did mention Steve Blum. He voiced both Crash and Emperor Velo. Any reason you wanted to bring that up, Ian?
The crimes have been committed and justice must be served.
Oh, that.
What's up?
Milton.
Oh, hang on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's... To be fair, that is kind of... Yeah. But...
I don't think now's a good time to actually bring it up in the chat.
Yeah.
It's fine, Milton, just... Now, there's a time and place for everything, so... And now's not the good time to do so.
Let's see. Did you know he voiced Frank from Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz? I don't know what version you're talking about. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Blum voiced something in Wizard of Oz, but I don't recall any incarnation of it. At least in my recollection. Are you talking about the
okay. It's a 2017 cartoon series. It looks like it's a kid's cartoon.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Have you read the Captain Underpants books? I did when I was younger. I don't anymore.
I used to look into those for like an assignment on challenging books. and Captain Underpants was definitely one of them because it challenged like morals for kids, like how they should behave and whatnot.
And it's like, they're fine for what they are. I just think I outgrew them.
Yeah.
Although I will say the movie's perfectly fine. Like, actually, I'll say that the movie actually ended up being better than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, I like the movie.
Let's see. Oh, right, come on.
But would you really say that, Zekman?
Oh, don't worry,
Okay, I think I know
teddy
which one you
bear. I'll have you all patched up in a jiffy.
I still love that ad lib.
May I weigh in on the subject?
Sure. Your town, your rules, right?
Okay, I think I got a good cutout point. Be right back again.
Okay. Let me see. My Easter has been doing very good. Thank you for asking. I have not seen the Netflix series. Truth be told, I forgot it existed. Favorite chocolate? Milk chocolate, preferably. I don't mind the occasional white chocolate, but I usually go with milk. Let's see.
I'm back.
Hello.
So let me listen back to my audio to see if it sounds good. Hear if it sounds good. Excusez-moi. And then I will send this. And then I will send this to you ASAP.
Okay.
Favorite chocolate? Ooh, I like white chocolate too, and milk chocolate. Oh, and dark chocolate with sea salt caramel.
Yeah, I said white and milk on my end too. Let me see.
As for soda, I don't like soda.
I like Dr. Pepper. I'm trying my best to cut down though.
Yeah.
See, Fanta's not bad. Preferably orange Fanta.
Okay, this one music I have is just so unsettling.
Oh, that's oh.
Yeah, it's like, Charmy, look again. With the skipping rope. Well,
Let's see how this
chain.
looks.
But it's just still fitting. Anyway, back to this.
That's a good one. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Is that good? Okay, this.
Excuse me.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
It's fine, Bella. It does seem pretty self-explanatory, but it's fine. Dark chocolate with caramel. I don't mind the occasional caramel in my chocolate. Got nothing on peanut butter and chocolate though.
But in this case, I would defer to the judgment of a famous hero.
Let's see.
Before you make your decision, please consider this.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great, Steve.
Let's see.
I'm not sure how he arrived.
I left my door open. Be right back.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens when I do 0.3.
Consider this. That man appeared.
Oh,
Sorry, I keep going in and out like that.
you're fine.
Yes.
Anyway,
That man
this is
appeared
all
in our
done,
village
so I'm gonna
one-
go ahead and send this to you.
Alrighty. I think once I'm done with this particular flashback, I'll take a break so I can work on it.
No problemo.
I think that might also be where I stop the stream as well. But, I'll wait till I get done with that. But until then, I do want to thank everyone for joining, for those that have joined as long as they have been able to. And thank you, of course, for guest starring with me.
Thanks for having me.
Now let's see. Canada Dry. I've seen that before. Is that supposed to be like branded ginger ale or something?
Yeah, it's ginger ale. I've seen that at my workplace.
Gotcha.
It's ginger ale, and I think sometimes it comes as a seltzer. I'm trying to remember.
I think. Oh, and also, Ian, that's not the episode that came from. It came from like one of the very early episodes. It's the one based on David and the Lion Pit.
Oh, are you talking about Where's God When I'm Scared?
Yeah. Oh, actually, wait. Okay, I might be off. I know it's the same characters. I think it might have been a different episode. Never mind. Because I do know those same three... Where are they? Leeks?
They're either leeks or celery or bok choy. I don't remember what they are.
I'll just say leeks. Because I know those same three leeks appear in both episodes, but I might have gotten the two mixed up then.
Maybe.
Yes. That man appeared in our village one day without warning.
But yes, I do remember Madame Blueberry very well. Oh, man.
That was an interesting episode.
I think I used to be afraid of it for
We
a
locked him
while.
up immediately.
Why was that
Next day
again?
we
I
found
forgot
him
why.
looking out, just to
I think I just
reinforce
didn't like
his
the
own
part where the
cell.
house
I did
fell
what I could to
down,
defend
and then
you.
everyone
Well,
was
you lead an
sad, and
entirely
then I was
new
just like,
Oh, that's right.
Scallions. Okay, they're scallions.
Okay. Rapscallions, perhaps.
Oh, that makes sense. Rapscallions.
Yeah.
Survived. We locked him up immediately.
But yeah, no.
Let me try a longer fade.
I think I used to be afraid of VeggieTales quite a lot on certain occasions, even though it
We
was
locked
one
him
of
up.
my favorite shows growing up.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it myself.
Like, I think I was somewhat afraid of Daniel in the Lion's Den for a bit. Then I was afraid of,
I think the one that I remember, like, I don't remember him, like, outright scaring me, but I think the one that came the closest was the rumor weed.
oh my gosh, the rumor weed. That was pretty scary.
Also, that's probably one of my favorite jokes in the series. The, you're a talking weed. I'm a talking weed. You're a talking carrot. Your point was?
Yes, I liked that. Who voiced the weed? Do you remember? Or do you know?
I do not, honestly. You know what? I will take the time to look that up.
You do that, because I'm curious now. Whoever did voice the weed, she did a great job.
Details. I would not be surprised if it was like an in-house actor, because I know that's what they did for a lot of the characters in the series.
Yeah, a good chunk of the characters were voiced by the two same people, because they have incredible range.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it did have to do with pitch shifting, because I remember one instance where the guy that voices Larry, Mike Naraki, that's it. I remember there was like footage of him like in the recording booth reciting Larry's dialogue, and it sounded a bit deeper than what he actually does in the show.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But yeah, let me see if I can find that weed. I know you're down here somewhere. Okay. Gail Buck.
Gail Bach.
Let me see if she's been in anything else. Okay, she's... Funny we were talking about her earlier. She was also the voice of Madame Blueberry.
She was?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yes, it is.
She's got a good range.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so blue.
She's so blue she don't know what to do.
I can't do Madame Blueberry to save my life unless I really, really try.
It's fine. Oh, also, there are still cartoons that do. They just either are on certain channels or they're just been kind of, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, weeded out.
I was gonna say scarce.
I guess that's a more proper way of saying it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this.
Just like the Chaotix, we questioned and tested him for days. Never once did he show signs of his old villainous ways.
Oh, no, not that. I meant to do that.
You deadbolt.
Just like the...
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Once we realized he wasn't, well, himself, we nursed his wounds.
Man, we did so much screaming in this dub.
Well, I mean, given the context, not surprising.
Yeah. But I just remember when we did the recording session, we were just like, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Once we...
Well, yeah, well, because with a moment like that, you do kind of need a bit of synchronization, and it was just a luck of the draw that we both happened to be free for a call at the time.
Yeah. I honestly kind of, on certain occasions, I kind of feel better when we do more synchronized calls while we record. That way, it has a better feel to it.
I agree.
I feel like nowadays, whenever you do like YouTube voice acting, you don't really have that much connection, or it's having to do a call like that is, you know,
well,
limited.
A lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, you have to take into account multiple people's, you know, schedules and whatnot. Like, not everyone's free at the exact same time.
Also, Ashley Songlover, yes, I've heard of the band Kiss.
They could be hard pressed to find someone that hasn't.
I wanna rock and roll
All night and party every day.
Wow, we are so out of sync.
It's fine. Let's see.
Anyway.
At work, to the largest, most grueling efforts.
Okay. I think I will go ahead and stop there. So, if you want, you can go ahead and send me the audio for the Chaotix thing, and I can go ahead and work on that.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream for now. I don't know if... I think for the rest of this video, I might stream in my off time, but thank you again for everyone that joined me. I hope it hasn't been too boring just watching a whole lot of this, but yeah, again, well, of course it wasn't boring for you, but yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a happy and blessed Easter Sunday, and yeah, y'all take care now.